Chinaza, you can start now. We are live.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this questions and answer session. So you can see my screen. I'll be taking the questions here, and with me here is Samuel and Abby. We'll both be answering questions that are in this question form or responses. So I'm going to start with the first question. I hope you can see my screen also. So now the first question says, oh, before I start, Samuel and Abby, are you guys here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. And probably Abby will join us later. So the first question says, when tasks are given to backend, can we use any programming language to work on it? Yes, you can. You can use any programming language you are familiar with, anyone you are willing to learn. There's no restriction. Okay. Is it okay to be in front, both front end and back end? Samuel, do you have anything to say for this one?
All right, so you can do both front end and back end, but because it's actually something very tedious, so I will advise that you focus on one. But if you insist that you want to do the two, you can do the two, but just make sure you don't default in any, but you can focus on one. Definitely.
Okay, thank you very much. So the next one says, I want to know at what stage you put in groups, like a group of 7 in a particular track. So for this one, when the time comes, we'll let you know, but there'll come a time when you're going to put in groups. Probably not groups of 7, obviously. So the next question, if I'm following 2 tracks, back end and front end, and I get evicted out of one of them, am I still eligible to participate in the other? Samuel?
I want to believe you've answered. Okay, so to answer this question, that's why I advise that you focus on one instead of focusing on 2. So if you tell your team you are going to handle the 2, and you fail to actually meet up, then if you default and your team fail, that means you make them fail, so it affects you. But like if you not meet up the pass mark. So if you know that you cannot do the 2 at the same time and do it perfectly, it's just better you focus on one. But if you're going to do the 2, make sure you do it perfectly without defaulting, because if you did not meet up the pass mark, then it affects you.
Okay, thank you. So the next question, I heard some guys saying the HNGi8 internship can be used as COS if a particular level has been passed. How true is this? I'd like some light to be shed on this topic. Okay, yes. So COS, as you know, is the internship, the voluntary for probably undergraduate or anybody, or for your school. So yes, we do this, and you have to be in stage 5 or above for you to participate in this COS. So if you're in stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, no, you can't. So you get to stage 5. So the next one says, hello, good afternoon. I joined last Saturday and I've been confused up till now on what's really going on. Okay, so I'll leave this particular question for last, because I'll actually have to share my screen, my Slack screen, to show you how you can maneuver in Slack, because some people are still confused on how to go around in Slack and find important information. I'll do that towards the end, so stay tuned. If not, you'll miss out. Okay, the next one says, hello, my name is Azuna Chinwuba. I was completing my tasks on stage 1. How do I get to see or know if I have been moved to stage 2? Okay, hi, Azuna. If you haven't been moved to stage 2, please still contact me. But how do you know you're in stage 2? Once you see yourself in stage 2 panel, you know you're already in stage 2. If you submit your tasks, don't worry, we will promote you. And if you haven't been promoted in 5 hours, please contact any of the mentors so you can cross-check why that is so. And when you get to stage 2, also update your status to 2. I'll also share my screen later to show you how to do that in case of any further questions. So, Samuel, over to you. Apart from the knowledge and meeting new friends, Is there money involved at the end, like a price? And do I get employed when I finish the last stage?
So HNG basically helps you to become better in in your skills, and then at the end of the day, if you become a finalist, then you become an hot cake. So there are jobs waiting, whereby you'll be recommended for, and then HNG also helps you to make sure that you are well ready. Your CV and everything is ready for those jobs. But yeah, there are jobs waiting if you become a finalist.
Okay, thank you. Is there a price?
So when it's like a prize, it depends. Okay, so when you say prize now, there's no prize if you become a finalist. So the prize is the fact that there's job opportunity for you. So let me even use myself as an example. When I became a finalist, like I got employers reaching out to me to come and work with them, apart from the job that we're also waiting. So I had to, so that alone itself is also a prize. So you can consider that as a prize.
Yeah. And you get HNG t-shirt. The t-shirt is also a prize. So you guys make sure you fight for it. So the next one, it says, sorry.
That's number 11.
Yeah, I really don't understand the situation of the Slack channel. Submission seems chaotic. Any chance the submissions could be improved, maybe using Google Forms? Actually, we use Google Forms to submit, but I'll also share my screen on how to go about this. So if you are still having problems, just wait till towards the end. So I'll show you how to actually do this. Hello, sorry.
Yeah, I think that depends on track. Some tracks have not started using Google Forms.
Oh, front end, back end, mobile, and design, they use Google Forms. So,
yeah, so
probably
consider using Google Forms for others too.
For others, okay. No problem. So the next one says, I just joined and I haven't gotten any lessons or program schedule, or can I have that? And when is the proper time? Okay, so Samuel, don't take this. Or should I take it?
So HNGs, so we are not coming here to be teaching you, but rather we expect you to have some basic understanding of the track you are coming into. And then regarding schedule, so you just make sure that you are active. So that's one of the reasons why you want to make friends. So just in case there are information you are missing and your friend gets it, then you want to make sure your friend will feed you in. But even if you are not available at that time, when you come online, you want to make sure that you check the announcement to see anything you miss. Everything will be there. And for your track, there's going to be pin messages. So you can always check pin messages. Pin messages are very important messages that you need to take note of. So you check that doing those two with your friends now, you will be up to date basically.
Okay, thank you so much. So the next one, can't those in probation stage be given one last chance? Doing the landing page, hoping for a second chance. May the forces be with you. You can be given a second chance, and please do the landing page. You don't know what will happen. You might actually get lucky and get into the next stage. So please don't give up. Always try. So the next question says, also, please, I'm very new in coding or digital marketing or design, and I want to learn them. Please, how do I go about it? So first of all, you are new in coding. So what I would advise you to do is check on the announcement channel. There's a link for Code Camp, if I'm not wrong, where you can actually sign up and you can get started with the beginner level. They can teach you and all that. You can also explore YouTube channels. You can also take tutorials, because HNG is not a place where we start spoon feeding you on how to do coding or design. You must have a basic knowledge, and actually you can learn on the go. You can actually be here and be a beginner and still learn. If you're fast enough, yes, you can learn, because I was not a coder when I joined HNG6 and I scaled through. So don't worry, you can scale through too. I don't know how to use the GitHub, and I don't know which other links the field on the form is promoting me to add up with. So you don't know how to use GitHub, please, there's always YouTube. for it. You can always check, go on YouTube and say, how do I use GitHub? And you see tons of YouTube channels or YouTube tutorials for you to do this. You don't really need to stress yourself on it. Just go to YouTube and you see a lot of resources. And if you have any question, you can also ask in resources. Okay, please, do you have any link to a YouTube video I can watch? And I don't know which other links the field on the form is promoting me to add up with. So on the tax sheet, there are actually instructions there. So please just read through calmly, patiently, and you understand what the submission form is, because it's very straightforward. So the next question says, can I be getting direct tax messages to my mail? Because I'm not always online all time. Thanks, Samuel. Can you help this person?
All right. So no, you can't get direct tax message on your email, but there's this new development whereby we are going to have a new channel that is mainly for tax. So just in case there's tax you miss, you can always go there, then you'll be able to see the tax that is meant for you. But notwithstanding, like I said, the HNG is a place you need to make friends. So just in case you are missing anything, you need to connect with friends. So if you are missing anything, your friend will be able to keep you up to date. That is if your friend is also active, and if there's an information your friend is also missing, if you're also doing your own part, then you'll be able to keep your friend up to date. So you rub each other basically. So, but you can't get it in your mail. Thank you.
Yes. So the tax will still be on the channel way. So even if you come back by 10 p.m., it's still there just to check it and know what's happening. So when will the digital marketing tax be uploaded again? And how do we know when it's uploaded? So this one, just check the announcement channel and everything you need will be there. When the date, the time, when it's going to be uploaded, and if it's going to be uploaded, to be announced on the announcement channel. Please, the first thing you should do when you come into the Slack workspace actually is to check the announcement channel. The very first thing, because that's the place where you can get announcements. And please don't just look at the last message. Please try to scroll up to the previous messages and see how this one can concern you. So I am not used to Slack, and sometimes the notifications are too overwhelming. Okay, so I said before, I would show you how to use Slack and how you can mute some channels, how you can even leave some channels if they are not of relevance to you. And yes, so I would show you how to manage notifications. So I submitted my tax around 9 p.m. yesterday, yet to be promoted to stage 2. Okay, so if you are hearing me, if you are listening to me, please send me a message, or Samuel or anyone here that is a mentor, so we can promote you to stage 2 if you're not yet in stage 2. It probably there's a mix-up, probably your email was wrong or something, but we'll clarify that after. So the next one says, what job guarantee does someone has as a backend Django developer? Thanks. Samuel, can you help him or her?
So basically, if you're a Django developer, you are also expected to be a Python developer, and it's actually a very hot cake in the industry. So there's high job guarantee that if you are good at what you do as a Django developer, you definitely get job available. What I would advise is Django is a framework, so make sure that you understand the basic, which is Python. So you can always learn on any framework that you need to jump on if the job requires you to jump on a different framework. So, but yeah, there's job guarantee available in the market.
Okay, thank you so much. So the next one says, what's the major essence for the HNGi8 internship? Is it to help build better developers or engineers, or to help them in the areas of conceptualization of ideas? This person didn't finish his question, I'm sure, but Samuel, can you help with this?
All right, so okay, so HNG internship basically is to help you become a better developer. So probably you've been doing personal learning for a while, so you want to have hands-on experience on how the whole industry, whole tech ecosystem work. So HNG does that for you. So you collaborate with people, you have a real working experience. If you don't have one, it makes you to become a very better one. And also about the idea on, we work on idea. Yes, we work on idea, but there are projects that we're going to be focusing on to make sure that we build it to production. And then, but at the end of the day, it's more of you becoming a better developer, and then you you able to fit in for the job roles that are available, or get you ready for the market out there. You are hot cake if you become a finalist of HNG, so there are jobs available for you. Thank you.
Okay.
Chinaza, sorry, can
Yes.
I say something about this job thing?
Okay, no problem. You can.
Okay, so I know Samuel keeps saying that there are job guarantees. The guarantee is not really from us, though. We don't really have that many jobs sitting around for every undergraduate. And I would also like to say, even though a very large percentage of those who complete the program get employed, up to like 85, 90%, they get employed within 6 months of completing the program. It is also dependent on you. You know, there are interviews you have to go through. There are the issues of, are you able to keep the job you get? Because there are those who get jobs based on the fact that they completed HNGi internship, but they couldn't keep those jobs for a long time. So the job guarantee he is saying is that being able to complete the program means you are probably ready to get jobs, and having HNGi in your name as part of your CV is also a good enough reason to get jobs. But ability to get those jobs, being able to pass interviews, we are going to try our best to prepare you. We'll give you examples. We'll give you practice projects even after you finish the internship. We'll recommend you to companies, but you have to pass their own interviews. A few companies trust us. They don't really do too much interviews, but there are so many companies that would prefer to still interview you and be sure you meet their own standard, and to be sure you are a perfect fit for their company culture. So the job guarantee is not really from us. You have to do your part to get those jobs. There are jobs available, obviously, but you have to do your part to get them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that insighting information. And I'll move over to the next question. So I'll wait to expect the weekly stipends HNG generally give to interns who get promoted to the next stage. Wow. Samuel, can you help with this?
Oh, can you answer the question? I missed that particular question.
Okay, should I
something if you don't mind?
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Okay.
You can answer.
Yeah, in the past, we used to pay interns every week, but that's not the case anymore. That was like 4 years ago. So now we can't, there are so many people doing the program now. As at that time, we had little amount of people, less than 300 people doing it. But that's not going to be possible now. We only reward a few people who maybe you completed your task early enough, or you did something exceptional. We reward you with cash. We subscribe for you for the entire month, or we provide a laptop or anything at all, or we buy a premium course for you. But we don't do weekly stipends or monthly stipends. You get rewarded for the work you do sometimes, but it's not something regular.
Okay, thank you so much. So the next one says, hello, the information I see on the announcement stage, the stage I'm presently in, and the automated message I receive is confusing. Is there a way we can have a personalized? Okay, I didn't complete this question. Okay, so sorry about the whole issue with the bots and the information you see on the announcement page. Please stick to the announcement page. Whatever you see there is accurate, and please work with that. Okay, so the next one, what next after the internship? Samuel?
Okay, so I get we've answered this question of okay, so what next after internship is you get prepared for you get yourself ready for jobs interview, you get yourself ready to get or grab on the opportunity on ground.
Okay, so thank you. The whole process is still obscure to me because I've registered as a mobile app developer, but I have done the content assignment. I also done the entrepreneurship and assignment. So yes, for this, I know you're registered as a mobile app developer. So from stage 2, you start doing what the track you registered for. So you registered for mobile, your stage 2 tags to move you stage 3, you actually have to do the mobile tags, and that involves some kind of work. So yes, I could clarify this towards the end on how to differentiate between the tasks. So the next one, please, could you clarify all of this and make me aware of this correlation with what I've chosen for you to report? Okay, I have answered that already. So for people new to programming, would there be any tutorial whatsoever? Samuel?
So for people new to programming, I would advise you you join go to Zuri, like if you are totally new, and also we have in code. Is it Code Deploy? What's the name again?
Code
Camp available that you can join to boost your skills basically. So, and you have to do more self-learning. And to add to the previous question, that what next after internship? So it's not just to go and prepare for interview alone, more like you need to keep building. In the tech industry, you cannot stop learning. Even as a senior dev, you need to keep learning. So if you want to stay relevant, so even after the internship, try to make sure that you keep pushing yourself. Try to use the system provided, the step and everything to push yourself and become a better person till you get the job you want, and you continue learning from there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. From the announcement channel, Mark said meetup will soon be happening for specific geographies. I'm in Lagos and I would like to know if it's physical meet. Okay, so when it's time for the meetup, we'll let you know, we'll communicate to you exactly what or how it's going to take place. But for now, you can just chill. I am new. How can I go about the first task so I can get along? Okay, please, if you are this person, send me a DM. But how can you go about the first tag? So the first tag actually very basic. So just follow the instructions there. And find any of the instructions confusing, you can send a message to me, Naza, or any other mentor you find. Please, I am a beginner. I applied for mobile app dev, but can't even structure anything out yet. I have been reading announcements over and over again. Okay, so you are a mobile app dev and you are a beginner. So I advise you, if you're a beginner, start taking tutorials by yourself on how to develop yourself as a mobile app dev, or you can join Codecamp, as they said earlier, so you can build yourself and build your skills, or you take the Zuri training that will be happening next year, or you learn on the go, make friends, ask 1 or 2 questions in the channel, and you can get started. What are the languages we'll be focusing on in front-end development? What languages we're focusing on? Samuel, I think this is React, but Samuel, do you have any answer to this one?
So yeah, we're using React.
Yes.
Let's Xylos have more. So yeah, it's React.
Okay.
Sorry, can I add to that?
Yeah.
So React is it's a framework. So I think for front end, we'll mostly be using JavaScript and its frameworks, HTML and CSS. If you don't know React and you know another one, as long as we get enough people that are willing to use that particular language or framework, then yes, we'll use it. But if it's just you, we might not be using it. We try as much as possible to accommodate as many languages as possible, as long as there are enough people that are willing to use it. So if you are not familiar with React, don't decide to leave the program because we said React here. Like for backend, the main language will be Go, but we allow other languages too. For front end, the main framework will be React.js, but we allow other ones too. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Is this internship? Oh, sorry, before that. As a front-end intern, will I be asked or required to use any backend technology during the whole internship? If you're a front-end intern, you stick to your front-end internship. I mean, front-end languages. I do not think you'll be required, or Samuel?
No, you won't. So you focus on front-end, basically.
All right. Is this internship page and will I be given a job? Okay, we've answered this so many times. So will there be any consideration for those of us without constant electricity? Nigeria, where we are. Okay, Samuel.
So you just have to you know how determined you want to be. You know what is on ground and what you need to achieve. So you just have to outsource this. You need to look for a way to get things done, basically, because we can't. If we want to keep using this as an excuse, everybody will have the same excuse. So if you can just check around your neighborhood or something just to make sure you get your gadget charged, and there are power bank. If you have the resources for your laptop, you can buy power bank for laptop.
Yes.
Also,
And also, okay, sorry.
yeah, I wanted to add to that. We are also working on making some venues available, like Mark already said. It won't just be for meetups. You know, there's an office in Yaba you can always go to. There is one there's several in Akwa Ibom, and we are working on getting some more locations available. It's just that it might not be 100% free, not all of them anyway. Some might ask you to pay some stipend for per day or per month if you are interested. But it will be announced later once we pass stage 1.
Okay. So also to contribute to this, the deadlines are not it's not like I'll give you a task today and tell you to submit tomorrow morning, apart from UI UX actually. But normally, you have like some days, like 2 days or 1 day in between. So you can try to like get electricity and all that within those days. So the next one, what is the next task and what is it about? When the next task comes, you see it. You don't really need to stress yourself. It will be announced. My design wasn't too far what people who were selected to design stage 1 did. I'm surprised why I wasn't promoted and I can't get feedback to know what exactly I did. Okay, please, if you are the person, please message Nonso or the other design mentor to get feedback on your work. So that can solve your issue. What is the probability of getting a job? I've answered this already. Can you please have email notifications of new tasks kindly? No, we've answered this already. Good day, my work on the first day of internship and nothing has changed on my profile till now. I just joined the workforce though. Kindly help with this. Thank you. So I do not know what you mean by nothing has changed on your profile. If you submitted your tax, you promoted to stage 2 channel. And once you do that, you have to update your status to 2 manually. I'll show you how to do that shortly. So if we make it to the final stage, what is the next step? Well, I've done this countless times. What are the frameworks that would be used in the front end? Well, I've done this. I'm considering taking up Golang. So I want to know how intense or fast internship will be. Is it going to be taught a little, or is it going to be just we have been assigned tasks? Asking this because there aren't much Golang resources on the net like Django. Me doing a free fall with Golang during this internship might not be wise. Samuel?
All right. So first and foremost, I would say go with the language that you are conversant with. And secondly, regarding the Golang, you have to be a very fast learner if something you want to put on, like the speed of internship. So you have to be a fast learner to make sure that, okay, you are able to meet up with what you are required to do. And yeah, they are not enough, but they are still enough at the same time. There are resources available for Go on net if you search. And if you need I have a book on Go also. So if you need one, you can also reach out to me in DM, Mustard Seed Dev, then I'll send it to you. Or I will probably just drop in the resources channel. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. What will be done about the Slack message limit since it's making important announcements unavailable? Okay, this has been fixed a bit. So you can now see the messages. I mean, the ones that are coming in now. For the backend track, I understand that other languages are encouraged, but what do you mean when you say the internship will be focused on Golang? Samuel?
All right, so like the whole language structure for what you probably be building is going to be on Golang, but other languages are encouraged, so you can use other languages. So there's no need to fear. If you are Django, if you're anything, just make sure that you can also build your endpoints with language that you are conversing with. So,
okay, how do we know when we have been assigned into a track? So this is actually personal. If you want to go into front end, choose the front-end tags on the sheet, automatically you are in the front-end track. If you're back-end, if you're mobile, same. If you're UI, same goes. My question is to know if I choose to do full stack, will I get a single project that require me to implement both the front end and back end, or I will have to work on the two? Samuel.
Okay, so this is what let me use the scenario of you collaborating with your team now. In your team, so let's say you are as a backend engineer, you work with an API. You expected the front end is expected to take your API and implement the API. So now, if you want to do full stack now, so you are going to be okay. Let's say you need to implement authentication now. So you know that you are going to do the implementation of the design for the authentication page, and at the same time you are going to be the API for it. So that's how it's going to work basically. So I believe I've answered that. Thank you.
All right. Is there going to be a certificate at the end of this program? Yes, there will. Do you really pay? If yes, when do you start to pay? Do you really pay for what exactly? Do you mean certificates?
No, do we pay intern? I guess Xylus have answered that.
Okay, we know we don't. Please, I'm confused on what I need to do to qualify for the internship. Okay, before I answer that, certificate this time is free, so you can always get certificates at any point in time. So what do I need to qualify for the internship? Sam.
So you want to make sure that you deliver your task. Like if you are given a task, you make sure that you complete your task as fast as possible before the deadline. And then if you meet up, like if you do what you are expected to do, what you are given to do, then you know that you're moving to the next stage. And that's how it's going to go till you get to the last stage. Just make sure that you are doing your part and you carry your team along. You are not idle, just perfect everything. Thank you, guys.
Okay. So is it only Go and Python that will be used for backend? I've answered this. If I join CodeCamp, is there any need to still be a part of HNG? Xylus?
Yes, so CodeCamp is supposed to be a supplement for you, for those who are new to coding and need some kind of help. So I think they will still be, it will be like they'll be helping you understand your task better and providing resources based on the HNG task. So I think you should definitely remain in the HNG program. I mean, if you don't make it to the end, it's still going to be good for you anyway. So I don't think you should leave the program. You should remain in the program while you learn under CodeCamp.
Okay, thank you. Can two major tasks be done hand in hand, like front end and back end? Yes, if you can handle it. I've answered this before. Is there a place for people with day jobs in this internship? I'm asking because a task was assigned in the morning with an 8 p.m. deadline, and that may not work for some people. Samuel?
All right. So, like Naza said earlier, there are big, like the interval whereby you have to rest, like for deadline basically. So there's a space for you. When I was doing internship, I was still in school, and it was actually a tough thing for me, whereby I needed to read for exam and I needed to deliver tasks. I needed to do so many things, and so I just needed to plan my time and see which one worked for me and make sure that I actually deliver my task. So you just need to plan your time and then make sure that you deliver. So there's a place for you.
Okay, Xylus.
Okay, so I wanted to give an example of myself. I actually did the internship too a few years ago, and I was working full time then too. And it was a little bit tougher for us because we had just like one mentor, which was Marquesen, and he was not really available to answer questions. He gave a task and disappears. And when he comes back, he expects you have done it. What I did was like Dr. just said, you have to learn to manage your own time very well. What the internship is trying to do is to help you, to push you beyond your normal limit. So sometimes we expect you to be able to juggle multiple things at the same time. So if you get a task in the morning and it's asking you to submit by 8 p.m., I mean, that seems like enough time if the task is not something too serious. We just want you to put in the effort. And usually, let me just clarify, usually we'll give extra opportunity for you to submit. But you can't be so sure there will be extra opportunity. So it's better to just do it as soon as you can. Just learn to manage your time. That's what the conclusion will be. Learn to manage your time. Although I had to eventually leave my job because after doing the internship, I understood I was being underpaid at my job. I had to leave. Then I got a better one. But manage your time very well and make sure you push yourself to complete the internship. Nasa, I think we should address some people that have their hands up in case they have follow-up questions.
Okay.
Already.
So can you help? Okay, sorry. Adekoya Tileola, can I take your question?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is my first time joining the meeting, so I really don't know. I just got in for the internship. Please, I want to ask: is there anything we have to do to move? They talk about isolation, something. I don't really get it. And for the boot camp, especially for people that doesn't know coding at all, are we expected to pay for it? And is there an opportunity that they might teach us the full stack development and all? Thank you. That's my question.
Okay, thank you. Zalu Samuel, do you want to answer this?
Yeah. So for you as a beginner and your first time in joining the internship, you are very welcome. We usually do orientation, but we didn't really do it this time. I think at some point we might have to do a run through of the program and the stages. But let me just tell you now, the internship has 10 stages. So we expect that you move from stage to stage after each task. You have already been given the first task for all of the tracks. And once you complete that task, you get promoted to the next stage, then you get the new task and you get promoted to another stage after completing that one. There are about 4 or 5 tracks. You can get more information about tracks on announcements. You just have to go through the entire announcement channel to understand all the tracks that are available and join the one you want to join. For Code Camp, I am not entirely, I believe it's free, but I'm not sure if you get full stack training. I don't have access to their curriculum, but I believe it's free. You don't have to pay for it. And if you decide to wait for Zoe training next year too, that one too is 100% free and you don't have to pay for it. But I still believe that if you join Code Camp and follow the internship through, you should be fine in the end.
Okay. Thank
All right.
you.
Because I went through the stage 1, I didn't really say anything for stage 1 like that. Backend track.
No, I mean announcement. Just read through announcement. You see all of the tasks and all of the tracks that are available there.
All right.
You have to go through the entire announcement. That's
no, because I checked for backend. I didn't really say.
Okay, just send me a message. My name is Naza. Send me a message and I'll help you out.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much. God's will, can I have your question? Is God's will here? If he's not available, can we have? Okay, God's will, you are here. What's your question?
Good evening.
Evening.
I wanted to ask, the HNGi8 internship, is there an LMS dashboard where we can be monitoring our progress?
No, there isn't for now.
Okay, so how do we know whether we have been promoted or demoted when we complete the task?
Okay, so if you are promoted, you see yourself in the next stage. For example, if you're in stage 1, you see yourself in stage 2 channel if you're promoted, and so on for the other stages. If you are demoted, you also know there will be a difference.
Okay.
Do I answer your question?
The invitation will go automatically by the mentors after grading the task?
Yes.
Because I submitted my task, the present one. I'm still in stage 1, so that was what I was asking.
Okay, what track are you on?
I'm in back end.
Okay, if you submitted, we'll promote you shortly. Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, can I have the next person? Precious Ania Forgive me, please. Precious, can I have your question?
Right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, okay. So this question doesn't really have much to do with the internship now, but more or less like an outlook into the future. Because you see, I was trying to learn digital marketing on my own before I heard about this internship. So I wanted to know if it's really like, is it really something I should aspire to, go forward with? Because I don't really hear much of it where I am, or I don't know how it is in Lagos, but I don't really hear much of it. I don't see much jobs, based on digital marketing here.
Okay, Zalus, can you help with that?
Okay, Precious, thank you for the question. This is why we recommend that you do multiple tracks. Digital marketing there are a lot of jobs, but you have to be extra good at it before companies are willing to trust you, because it's a very delicate department. If you are managing their digital marketing team, or if you are just working in the team, you can basically destroy the company or build the company up. So most companies would prefer to hire people who have enough experience, which is why we encourage that you do multiple tracks. If you want to do digital marketing, you can add maybe UI UX design. So that gives you an advantage. When you're applying for jobs, you can say, I do UI UX design and I also do digital marketing. That already gives you an edge over others. I would not really advise, if you don't have enough experience already, I would not advise you to stick with digital marketing alone. So you can combine it with other tracks. And as for jobs in where you are, it's tech. You can get jobs anywhere in the entire world. It doesn't have to be where you are. And you can start by freelancing too. You can join some freelancing platforms. We have some classes on freelancing on our YouTube channel. You can check it and see if you'll be able to start any of them to kick yourself off and to get more experience in digital marketing. Does that answer your question, Precious?
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. I'll go over to the next person. Jazz Will.
Okay, thank you very much. My question is this: as the internship progresses, I notice that you get promoted. There's a general promotion, stage 1 to stage 2, and each track seems to have a promotion channel also, maybe design stage 1 and all of that. So is that how the internship is going to progress? So once you get to stage 2, then you can do, should I say, stage 2 means you are in any of the track of your choice, or will you be promoted generally and also be promoted track-wise as internship is progressing? I don't know if my question is clear, but...
Yeah, your question is clear. I would say you'll be promoted generally. So if you do so in your track, let's say you are in backend, and you do a task for backend track stage 2, in stage 2 to move over to stage 3. Once you do that task and it has been reviewed and you're eligible for promotion, then we'll be moved to stage 3 channel. There is no stage 3 backend channel. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but on your own, you just know you are in back end. Because why I'm asking the question is, I am interested in both front end and digital marketing. So, yeah, so if I'm in stage 2, will I need to be somewhere else so that I don't miss what is happening in front end or in digital marketing? Or once I'm in stage 2, I will get everything that is happening in all these different tracks? Okay. I know you've talked about the announcement channel where most of the information will be passed. I know you've talked about that, but if everything is in the announcement session, then why do we need a track specific channels? That's what is really confusing me right now.
All right, so you are in front end and data marketing. So you have front end track and you have data marketing track channels. So these are put in place for like little announcements, because in announcement channel, we actually do mostly the general ones. So if you need a specific front-end announcement to be done in front-end track in that channel, so that people who do mobile do not really have anything to discuss with you, and don't need anything in front-end. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, I understand.
Yes. So you have stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5 for the promotion wise. Then the front-end track is just for communication.
But not very important communication, but channel specific, track specific.
Track specific. Exactly. You can ask questions like, how do you install Python or something? I don't know. Do you understand?
Okay, yeah, I understand. So
Yeah.
you may be able to ask questions specific to that track that you may not be able to ask in the announcement session, or general questions where there's so much route and all of that.
Exactly.
Okay, okay. Thanks so much.
You are absolutely welcome. Peace, Azeta, can I have your question?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, dear.
Yeah, thank you very much, Naza. So someone asked a question regarding day job and a mentor responded, but I was not satisfied with that response.
Okay.
Because I'm going to do a scenario right now, and I want to get response on how that kind of person can manage this internship with work. So you go to work as early as say 7, you get back from work, say 7 as well, if you're early to get off work. And then you have a deadline of a task that you have to submit by 8. Say, for example, you're in design, UI UX design. You have to submit it by 8. Please, how can you do this when you don't have access to other, say all other links are blocked on your work system while you're at work? Please, how do you manage such deadlines during this internship? Thank you very much.
Okay, can I respond to that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so I understand your situation. I was staying in Ikorodu, Lagos State, and I was working somewhere close to the island. So I leave home 4 a.m., get back, always very late. And I understand what you mean. Although my company didn't block access to certain things, but I used mostly my breaks, and then I work while going to work. Does that make sense? I do my internship task on my way to work, and then when I get to work, I do a little bit before I actually resume work. Then during my break, I do some more. Then after break, when going home, I do some more. So I know this might not apply to you. It depends on your track. And it might not apply to you if you are taking public transport and you're not able to use your laptop in the bus or something. What I would advise you to do, however, is always try as much as possible to do all you can when you can do it. I'm sure your mentors will be willing to extend deadlines if they realize that this person is truly trying their best. Like Mark said at the beginning, there is no one that wants to remain in the program that we want to kick out. We want you to remain if you want to remain. So you just have to keep showing your efforts. You don't have to, it will be bad for, it will be sad for us to hear that you're giving your work as an excuse if you don't put in some effort to get the task done. So if you say something like, oh, I was able to only do half of my task over the week because of my work, can I be given an extension of maybe 3 hours to complete it this night? And let me tell you an additional thing that I did then. I used to work late at night till when I get back home. I know it might be very stressful for you, but you have to just push your way through. I worked late at night and sleep very late. I have to wake up very early to get to work. But those are the things I did then to make sure I completed my task. And then too, I got some extensions, I wouldn't lie. I got some extensions because the mentor understood that this person was putting in the maximum required effort. So you just have to put in your effort. And like I said, there will always be chances to continue to submit different tasks. And if you can't make it in that track, there will be chances to join other tracks. I hope that satisfies you.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. So Mayor, can I have your question?
Okay, what I'm trying to say is that, like now, I'm a freelancer now. Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yes, I am.
Okay, like I'm a freelancer now. Would there be like recommendation after the internship, and would there be like any meet up, like maybe for the last stage and everything, all those stuff? You understand?
Yeah, I understand you. Zalus, do you want to help him out?
Would there be like any meetup for maybe for people that reach the final stage and all? And would there be like recommendation on like LinkedIn? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, would there be?
I get your point.
What would be like the major benefits? Do you
Yeah, we've
understand?
already,
Okay.
I do understand. We've discussed this, but I'll just go over it again. Completing the program means we recommend you for jobs. We also have in-house projects. We have a freelancing project that we give out to people to do. We have several opportunities actually. Once you complete the program, we'll add you to a network where we send out opportunities and you get jobs, you get opportunities to work on projects, several projects, and so on. If you need LinkedIn recommendation, you can reach out to any mentor you are close to. It's easier for me to recommend people that have seen their work firsthand, but I usually avoid recommending people that have not, seen their work firsthand, especially on LinkedIn. So that's for me. But you can reach out to any mentor that has seen your work, that you have worked with. Maybe they've led your team at some point, or you've had personal interaction with them at some point. You can reach out to them for LinkedIn recommendation. And then there is the maybe school recommendation or job recommendation. We do that a lot. Once you get to the final stage, I give you my email. You can send me an email if you need recommendation for jobs. And I've recommended a lot of people that eventually got the jobs. So that's not a problem. So those are some of the benefits. And as for final meetup, as a finalist, you will be joining, we call it finalist party, but it's not really a party. It's a way for you to meet people, meet our sponsor, meet your fellow participants, and meet some of the mentors. So yes, we do that at the end of the program. I think that's all the questions you had, right?
Yes. You've answered it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Victor AK, can I have your question? Sorry.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Naza.
Hi.
Okay, this question is for front end. So my question is, before I joined the company, I wasn't aware that you need prior knowledge in order to be able to participate. So what I do, speaking of, I'm talking about myself now. I have a strong knowledge in HTML, CSS, and CSS framework, but not really. I'm not versatile in any programming language. So what are my chances in getting to the final stage of the internship?
Zalu, did you get his question? Because I'm actually having a hard time hearing what he's saying.
I didn't get it. If you can send the chat, that would be very helpful because I didn't really get your question.
Yes, Victor, can you send the chat and I'll read it out and get you an answer?
Okay, I'm doing that now.
Okay. Benga, can I have your question?
All right, thank you. I don't know if this question has been asked already. For the DevOps and also for for DevOps, is there an opportunity to take the first exam again? Because I wasn't aware that there was an exam for it before, so I don't know if there's an opportunity to do that again. And also for entrepreneurship and backend, can I assume that the task that was sent by you yesterday is the only one required to move to the second stage? So that's it. Thank you.
Yes. For the last question, I confirmed that that's the only task. For the backend, yes. For entrepreneurship, yes. For the DevOps, I do not know about that.
All right, for the DevOps, I would love to ask, how experienced are you in DevOps track, using DevOps tools and DevOps practice?
I don't think I'm experienced, but I haven't done anything related to it before, but I would like to try.
All right, so we actually need people that actually have experience on it right now. That's the only thing for now. Assuming you have an experience and you do something, then we can put him in for the next exam that's going to take place. But right now, if you don't have experience, I would just advise you stick to the backend and the entrepreneurship for now. What you do personally. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. David Okeke, can I have your question?
I wanted to ask, are there any restrictions on your language choice?
Okay, I've answered this before. No, there is no
Yeah.
restriction.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
You're welcome. Since there are no hands raised, Victor HK. Oh, sorry, can you mute? Okay, thank you. Victor HK, just send in your question and I'll read it out. So I'll go back to the question sheet because we have just some few more to go. So the next question here on this sheet, the task for front-end development, the link to the beginner tutorial must it be a video or be a written tutorial also? It can be an online tutorial, can be a video, an online tutorial can be written in Medium or any form. Tutorial, so find an online tutorial. So just share the link in your article. So the next question, if you are following 2 tracks, how will you be updating the statuses? For instance, if I'm in stage 5 in front end and 4 in back end, how will that work out? Wow. Samuel?
You can, the thing is, we don't deal with back end in the sense that we now leave our front end behind. So if you are being promoted to stage 5, that means all the track are going to stage 5. So no track is going to be left out. So before the next task will be given, all the track must be on that stage. So that's how it works. I don't know if I answered that.
Yeah, and even if one of your tracks seems to be ahead, I think you should just believe you are in that higher level. So it's really not a problem for us. If you're in stage 5 and you're still maybe, for example, designers have stage 5 already, and you are doing front end and you're still in stage 2, it's fine. Just put stage 5 in your name. If you want to keep following front end, keep doing front end tasks, and then continue doing your stage 5 design task too.
Yeah, and if you don't make it in the front end, you can actually just drop it and continue the higher one. Okay, so the next one, will the mentors be helping us debug our code? And are we going to be group based in our stack? Samuel?
Okay, so will the mentor be helping you to debug your code? Yeah, your mentor is here to help, but like debugging your code is to help you to guide you to solve your problem, but it's not that your mentor is going to be solving your problem for you. So your mentor might probably just be guiding you, okay, this is how to go about it, this is how to go about it. Just like normal friend coming to help you to debug, look into your code while you're having issues. So, but your mentor is not going to do the work for you. What's the second one?
Are we going to be grouped based in a stack?
As track? I didn't see the question.
Okay. Are we going to be grouped based in our stack, like front end based, front end and all that?
So let's assume you are working on a project now. So you're going to be working with other tracks. So let's say we want to build a project now. Designers are going to design the interface. The front end are going to implement it, while the back end is going to do build the APIs that the front end is going to consume. So you're going to be working hand in hand and work, yeah. So it might be probably two PHP, two Node.js, depending, but you are going to be in a group. When you get to that stage, you actually know how it's going to work.
Okay, thank you. Hi, at the session where we have to include the links for the beginner tutorial, do we have to write a short article on it before attaching the links? No, you do not. If you're following 2 tracks, how will you be? Okay, I've answered this. Is there a certification after finishing a program? Yes, there is. Because I saw that they give t-shirts, but yeah. Okay, so you are going to be given both certificates and the t-shirt. If you leave a track at a later stage, do you get evicted from HNGi8? Samuel?
Okay, if you leave a track at a later stage, do you get evicted from HNGi8? If you leave a track in the sense that probably you are in 2 track, you are in front end and back end, then you drop one for the other, and the other one is in front, you are not going to be. But if you are not delivering, definitely you're going to be evicted.
Okay. Hi, can I suggest people that will be in my team? No, you cannot. Because in the outside world, you don't bring your schoolmates to your company. You work with different people. So that's what I'm teaching you how to do. So anybody you find in your team, please do well to work with the person. Do we get to choose?
Can I add to that, please?
Yes, sorry, you can.
Okay, so I'd also like to say that it's important that you make new friends. It's very easy for us to get comfortable with our own circle. You just want to be around the people that you're familiar with and whatnot. But connections, they're really major. You don't know who is going to help you during the program or after the program. So make friends, meet people, talk to people. Don't just be in a comfortable position. That's it.
Yes, and in tech, you need yourself, you need others basically to recommend you for job. My present job now, I was recommended for it, and I don't. So like, you need that group. You need to build that connection. It's very, very important. So please explore it.
Do we get to choose the team we work with at this? So I'm going to go over to the Zoom chat to take questions, and I'll take the first one, Victor AK. Hi, hello, at NASA. I have a strong knowledge in HTML, CSS, and CSS frameworks, but I'm not confident in any programming language. My question is, what are my chances of getting to the final stage, the front-end track, with this skill set? Thank you. Okay, so my advice to you is just to stay with this HTML, CSS, and CSS framework. What you can also do is take tutorials. If you want to learn React, learn it, and try to contribute to the project that will be in that particular stage or during the internship. So don't get comfortable with what you know now. You can still add to it, make it better, or learn an actual front-end framework or language. Thank you. How many days do you give as a deadline to finish a given project? Well, we give days that are, I don't know, will I say sensible? Or I won't give a project today, submit tomorrow morning, so don't worry. Let's say, for instance, you are grouped together with people from other track, but they let you down. How do you go about this? Okay. Abby, Samuel, do you want to answer this?
All right. So if your team lets you down, but you deliver your own task, you know that you are going to definitely get promoted. It won't affect you. So make sure you do your own, and at the same time try to encourage your team to actually do theirs also. But make sure you actually do yours.
Yes, and to add to that, there's this particular joy when you see your team being first on the list, because there's like a competition in inter-house competition where you're like, okay, the first team to get this. I really want to see your team name on number 1 or first 5. So please try to encourage your team members, try to work with them and see if you can make the top 5. How many people will finally be selected for the last stage? There's no definite number, so just try your best to be there. Okay, so I think that's all the questions. And I said before the end of the live session, I'm going to share my phone screen so you can see how to handle Slack and how to maneuver in Slack. So I'll stop sharing the question screen right now. If there are any questions, let me check. Okay, sorry. VON, your hands are raised. What is your question?
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I have a question concerning the digital marketing stack.
Okay.
It's concerning the teams. When teams are formed, will they be a part? I'm asking because I think their own route is kind of different. Kind of. I don't know, but it seems kind of different. So when the teams are formed, will they also include digital marketers? That's my first question. And the second one is concerning mentorship, because I've actually chatted a couple of mentors, and most of them were like, "No, I'm not into digital marketing." Is it only Mr. Mark that is a part of that stack as a mentor?
Oh.
Okay. Can I respond to this?
Yes, you can.
when we group people into teams, it depends on what is needed for that team. It's possible digital marketers will be required to join teams that have other tracks, or you form your own teams and get your own separate task. I mean, you'll get more information when the time comes. Right now, Mark is the only one selecting those that will make it to the digital marketing track. But as we move on, there will be other mentors that will join him in doing that. But right now, he's the one select. It's like you have to go through that selection before you can join the track. So you passed the first and the second. I think there is another one coming. Once you pass those three assignments, then you'll be required. You'll be considered to be part of the track, and then you meet other mentors that will be involved in the track. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you so much. So I have Precious again. Can I have your question?
Okay, please, this question is about the just concluded project we did for the digital marketing. In the announcement Mr. Mark gave, he said we can work on a product, and the product can be a power bank from product.energy, something. I don't know the name of the website, but then I don't think he specifically said it has to be a power bank. You get that is picking 3 keywords to push that power bank. And I did something different, something based on something else entirely. So he was like, if you didn't do the project based on power bank, you had automatically failed. So I wanted to ask, but I felt he might be busy or something like that. That's why I said, okay, to put it here in a question so that if I can hear directly from him, because what I read didn't state it must be. You get?
Yeah. I would have to, I mean, I don't really know. I'll have to get more information on that. Can you send me a DM? Then I will be able to answer that for you.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, his handle is Xylus. So I have another question on the question form, but let me take Boyega Olo. Oh, please pardon me. Well, you know I'm calling you. Please, can I have your question?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Sorry,
Good evening.
I have to just come in right now. I'm fresh here and relatively new. I just stumbled on the link to this meeting. I actually applied to the UI UX track, so I learned that actually has limited space. So I don't know where I belong at the moment. I haven't gotten any information to say this is what I've been assigned to do. So I need help and clarification. Thank you.
Okay. Is any design mentor here? No. Okay, please can you send me a DM? My name is Naza, and I will help you out with that. So on what to do and how to get started. So I have a question here.
Okay, thank you. So my name is actually is pronounced as Boyega Olorunfemi. Thank you.
So sorry.
No problem. That's fine.
That's
fine. No
thank
problem.
you.
Yeah.
So before I go into the Zoom chat, I have one last question here on the form. If I want to drop a secondary track, do I leave the channel or there's some required process? You actually can just leave the channel, tell them you're leaving and you can leave the secondary track. There's no required process. Yes, for now, just leave the channel. So I'll take the Zoom chat. Do you need at least intermediate level knowledge of the necessary languages, frameworks, libraries to succeed at this internship? At least, yes. Or in your opinion, can you succeed with just basic knowledge while researching along the way? It depends on the individual. It might be a yes for you. It might be a no for someone else. So if you are a fast learner, if you can learn on the go, yes. I'll use myself as an example. HNGi8, I was a beginner in Python and backend languages, but I actually learned on the go. I actually stopped at a point in time, and I came back in HNGi8 and I got some knowledge and all that. So depends on you. If you think you can continue as a beginner, no problem. If you're an intermediate, no problem. Depends on you and your skill set and your determination and your motivation to work or to learn rather. Please, can one change track from UI UX to front-end dev? Yes, you can change track. For now, yes. If you're in stage 1, yes. If you're in stage 2, yes. But time goes on, I don't know about that, but I'll let you know. So I have completed all those questions here, and I am going to share my phone screen on how you can navigate through Slack on Slack and how you can mute notifications, get information that you need. So I'm going to stop sharing this particular screen and share my phone screen. Thank you so much. Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yes,
we can.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so I'm in my own personal Slack channel. Oh, please, can you mute yourself? So sorry. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. So I'm in my Slack channel. This is what you see as an intern, actually. So you have all these unread messages. Pardon my unread messages, they are too much. So I'm going to show you how to get started. First of all, I'm entering into this user for the first time, and I'm going to head over to announcements. So now there are different messages here, and mostly, if you see a message from Nonso or Shadan, if I'm not wrong, they are for design. So if you're a design person, if you're a UI UX person, just know that if you see any message from Shadan or Nonso, please make what do you call it? Make sure you read it and know what's about. So now I'm not in design, I'm in backend. So anything I see about Shadan and Nonso, I try just ignore it. And I scroll up. So if I want to join this AMA session, I click on the link if I want to do this. So I move over to Mark's message. If there's any need for it, if it's particular to my track, I check it. If it's not, I move over. I scroll up. Code camp. Am I a beginner? Do I need this code camp? Yes. Do I not need it? No. If I need, I just click on it and make use of what I need to make use of. Okay, so I'm scrolling up to what I need as a backend stage 1 person. So I'm scrolling up. Also design, I don't need that. Okay, you need to read this message. Please remember the first is coming down tomorrow by midnight. You need to know all these also to get informed. So if for the specific geographies, you can click Southeast, for example, join channel, and you can see so I go back to announcement. So I have to scroll back up. So I'm going to where the tax for stage 1 is. So I'm going to scroll up. This is also Nonso and Shadan. These are design, not my business actually. I'm looking for backend. So this is also still design. Now, this is me. At channel, for those joining, I'm just joining. Here is the link to stage 1 tax. Notes, it's for only front-end, back-end, and mobile. Deadline is Tuesday, 6 p.m. W80. So this is for me. I am a newcomer. I'm just joining. And I am part of the only front-end, back-end, and mobile. So since I'm back-end, I will do this tax. So what do? I click on it. And then it takes me to the tax. Say set your profile, clear picture, put your what do you do, official name, nickname, open a GitHub account. So you just read through these tasks and do it one by one. So question 1, do this, I do it. Number 2, do this, I do that. Number 3, number 4, and all that, and submit using the form. Click on the form and you can submit it. So just navigate to it. So I'm going to go back. So this is how I filter through announcement channel to please join this channel. It's somewhere here. So if you're a lady, please join this channel. So I'll go here and say, hi, I'm a lady. And then someone gets to add you later on. So yes, that's it. And for these stages, I'm going to explain how do you update your tag. So you're in stage 1, you get promoted to stage 2 in, let's say, 5 minutes, and you want to update your status to number 2. So this is what I do. I go to the icon, this emoji icon, I click on it. I click on the emoji icon again, and I search for 2. And you can see number 2 there. You can put your status of I'm a beginner or something. Then clear after, I choose never or don't clear. Okay, don't clear. So please always make sure you choose don't clear so that you don't have to change it every single day. Because you put 1 hour, after 1 hour it goes. So please put don't clear, then done. Now status set. So for my DP, I can choose that. Choose a profile picture for my gallery. What I do, pronouns if you want, contact number if you want, display
Asa, we can't hear you anymore.
Should we still wait for her? I guess probably a network or battery.
Yes. Let's give her a minute. Okay, Edison, I think you have a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, please.
Hi.
All right, I was actually going to make a suggestion. The difficulty of scrolling up and down might be a bit confusing, especially when you're using a phone. So I want to just suggest if we could use hashtags. For example, backend, if I could use a hashtag on my laptop now and search for backend, I should be able to see everything related to backend. And for design, you can also use, also actually do use hashtag for design submission. That was yesterday. So hashtag will actually help to streamline the messages amongst the bulk of messages.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I didn't even know hashtags work on Slack. So that makes sense.
Yes, please.
We inform other mentors and they will start doing it. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
It does. Thank you.
Nice. Okay, so maybe does anybody have any other question while we wait for Chinaza to fix our network? Thank God, please go ahead. Thank God, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Good evening.
Hi.
Yes. Good evening.
Please go ahead with your question. Your hand is up.
My question is from the mail I received. I couldn't actually know the particular category I belonged. So I didn't know if I belonged to the UI UX or maybe the back end, any other categories. So it wasn't specific or it wasn't comprehensive enough for me. So that left me a little bit confused when I joined the Slack.
Okay. It's a matter of choice, though. You have to choose where you want to belong.
Oops, sorry.
But what are the options?
Yeah, we have several options. You would have to check announcements to have an understanding of the available options. There is back end, front end, design, digital marketing, entrepreneurship. I think those are the ones. DevOps, there is DevOps, but some of them have limited space. So you have to take an exam to join those ones. So the best thing to do is to go through announcements and read about each of those tracks. And you can also go through our website to get more information about each of those tracks. Do you understand?
Okay. I do. All right.
Hi,
Thank you very much.
Hi. So I noticed I was logged out. When did I log out? I lost track.
I think you were trying to show us how you set your status. You didn't complete that section. So.
Okay. All right. Should I go back? Or do you have any more questions?
No, I think you should continue and show us how to mute channels and exit channels.
Oh, okay then. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to. Okay, have I completed the update status?
Yes, you did.
Okay. All right. So let me go back to adding a channel. Okay, sorry, never mind. Okay, so for example, if I want to leave the Geo Southeast channel, or if I want to mute it, I head over to the name Geo Southeast. I click on it, and I am taken to this particular place. So I can mute the channel here, just toggle the button and it shows muted. Or I can unmute and change the notifications, either nothing, every message just mentions, or remove the add channel thing. But this is the default actually. So if you want to mute it, you can just toggle the button. If you want to check pinned messages, you click on pinned messages and you can see messages here. Nothing is pinned in this particular channel. And if you want to leave the channel, you just click on leave. And if you want to get back to the channel, you can scroll down. Oops, I do not have any channel again. Wow, I left all my channels. Okay. So let's say, for example, or I can still search here, jump to, and search for a channel, random chats. I can join the channel. So for example, if you want to leave a particular channel because it's usually very rowdy, or if you want to mute it, you can. Okay, it's already muted because I always mute random channel. So if you want to check pinned messages here, and you can see the things that are pinned. And if you want to still leave the channel, you leave the channel. Does that answer everyone's question? Do you have a question about Slack so I can answer it? Okay. So there's no further questions. Okay, so can we end the session if there are no further questions?
Yeah, there's a question. Somebody's
okay,
asking.
How do you use Hojo on Slack? Okay, so let me share my screen again. Okay, so let's see.
Is that something we are using now?
I saw it.
Yeah, I actually joined them today on it.
Okay, so let's say in random chats, for example, you want to have a group conversation, probably maybe with your team members or probably with your circle of friends. So you click on you can see this shiny thing at the right-hand side, very big. click on it, and it takes you to join new Hojo. If there's already a Hojo there, okay,
Oh, did we lose you again?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, but
Yeah,
I
I
think
think so. Because of that,
because he joined the call.
Yeah.
yeah, but you can
It's
see
already
how
indicated that you
Victor, you
automatically
can
leave the call. You are correct.
Slack must be very rude though.
but I'm on a call, so I can't.
Maz, are you back?
I'm not on my phone. I will have just share screen and use my phone for that.
Yeah, but I think she's been able to show how to use it. So, you know.
The Hojo, I couldn't use it because I was on Zoom. So sorry. It even disconnected me from Zoom.
Yeah, but I think we saw it. So
Oh, okay.
I should know how to use it now.
Okay. So are there any further? Okay, thank God he's raising his hand. Is this previous hand raising or now? Hello,
Sorry,
thank
it's the
God.
previous hand raising.
All right, no problem. Okay, do we have any further question? Okay, okay, no, sorry. So I think that's all.
All right, thank you, mentors.
I think that's
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
You're welcome.
As master, you
Enjoy
are
your
looking grateful.
evening.
All right, see you guys later.
Yeah, thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thank you, Naza. So please don't forget to look into my request for direction. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, no problem. So far you sent me a DM, I'll surely respond.
Yeah, I did.
All right, I guess we can say bye now. HNGi8.
Yeah, I'm working on it.